News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, Mercy Air transports a victim of a crash. An advisory meeting gets heated. The Bounty Hunter Saloon celebrates its 2nd anniversary. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, October 13th, 2015. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. At yesterday's Basin 162 Groundwater Advisory Board meeting, the proposal of metering new wells had almost 300 people arrive at the Board of County Commissioners' chambers to have their voices heard.
I would like to open this meeting of the Basin 162 Groundwater Management Plan Advisory Committee.
It was my hope to be part of finding a fair and equitable solution to the ongoing water issues in our valley. I feel that objective has failed due to the dominant utility and developer interests in this board. Since the very beginning, I had reservations in this endeavor, that this endeavor may be doomed to fail by appointing 3 of the 7 voting seats to utility companies and disregarding the well owners co-op.
There's only one person left on this board as a voting member right now. The rest of you need to resign and get out of here. We'll appoint our own water board.
Want our wells taken away from us or metered. That's another imposition of the government on private people who don't want it. That's why I moved here. I'm sure a lot of people moved here to get away from Las Vegas. I read the master plan. You want to develop this place to 88,000 people? Are you delusional? You'd have a traffic line from 160 down to Pahrump Valley Boulevard to make a left-hand turn. This has got to stop.
And I've just been informed that we have to take a break at the request of the fire chief. Yes. So we will take a 10-minute recess or 5 minutes.
Find a seat. If you don't have a seat, you're not going to be able to stay in the room.
If you cannot accommodate the people, you either have to shut down the meeting or you have to move to a place where you can accommodate these people. You cannot have a meeting.
We have to have a plan. We need a plan. Do we have to have one? Is it mandated by law right now? No. But it would work to our advantage for our community to prosper if we did have a plan on water. And guess what? That water plan is going to morph into talking about subdivisions and parceling some more and all these issues that you people brought up. Those will be addressed with a plan.
The end of January, we will have direction from both the Water District and the Board of County Commissioners, both. And then I think it would behoove us to meet January, I'm going to suggest January 26, 9 a.m. here in the Commissioner Chambers to go over the recommended changes. I have a motion by Mrs. Barnett to set the meeting for January 26, 2016, 9 a.m. here in the Commissioner Chambers. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Lenny Badger. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye. Nay.
Aye. Okay. That passes 6-1.
An argument ensued during the meeting yesterday after a board member resigned.
We have a vacancy with Christian Benson's resignation. We cannot permanently seat an alternate today, but we do have the option of temporarily filling the vacancy until we can get it on the agenda to permanently replace the vacancy.
This is the crux of the whole thing. We have one alternate. We had two. One's out of state. Kenny's the only alternate left standing in the room right now.
Would you like to make a motion?
So let's just say he's it, because he is. Who else are you going to vote for?
Yeah, Mr. Dan, we're only agendized for this meeting. I've asked staff to put on our next agenda to permanently seat. But we can vote today. We can vote, excuse me, please.
I'll change my motion.
If you change your motion to today's
I make a
meeting.
motion to seat Kenny Bent today for today's meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Dan. I have a motion. Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion. I have by Mr. Dan. I have a second by Mr. Coover. I will call. Is there any further discussion? That fails 3-3.
Greg, doesn't that common sense? I mean,
The vote has occurred. We're going to have to move on. Unless I have another motion, but I can't imagine that it would go any other way. So we're going to move on.
Mr. Chair.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I don't have public comment right now. We're moving on the agenda.
It's not public comment.
Mr. Chair, I believe this is far out of your authority. This
Mr.
board
Bent, you're out of line.
was,
Mr. Bent, I'm going to ask you to please take a seat in the audience. We voted on this matter.
excuse me, my placement was by the authority of the Board of County Commissioners, not by this board.
We're going to take a 5-minute break.
Well, Mercy Air landed on the roadway yesterday afternoon following a vehicle collision that left 3 people injured.
A 2-vehicle accident occurred yesterday afternoon on Barney and Bell Vista Street. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies all arrived on scene. Both vehicles sustained major damage. What appears to be a T-bone collision caused 3 people to be transported, 2 by ground, 1 by Mercy Air. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked traffic in all directions while Mercy Air landed on scene to transport the one victim of this accident to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas. One of the victims involved was an infant who is reportedly in stable condition. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Well, folks, don't go anywhere because we have more local news for you after these messages.